Daniel, what?
Oh, that's my gremlin sock.
With candy corn.
Yeah, with candy corn.
Are you gonna wear like Halloween themed socks all month?
I'll try to. I mean, I don't know if I have enough. I might have to go buy some. But
someone did comment in our most recent video about your sock game and how they need to step it up, and they would like to know where you get your socks.
I mean, these came from Dollar Tree. These are like $1.50 a pair, Dollar Tree.
Because
you know, if
Dollar Tree is branching out.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I got some of them as gifts, and the rest of them I just buy them wherever I see them. Yeah, I mean, Walmart, just follow you wherever your heart desires. Nobody hates. Yeah.
All right, so the socks will be a feature, I guess, going forward. So,
yeah, I mean,
all right, so you are mounting the coils here.
Yeah, we're mounting these Pro 600 coils. They were mounted when they got here, but we took them out to do the EGT bulkheads. We had to drill the mounting holes for that, and then we also just took them off, so they were kind of easier to work on.
They're bolted in?
Yeah, they're bolted in.
So this is a super long harness. But, yeah, this is what we're doing. Need to find a way to make it not look crappy. Figure I'd give it the old loop, swoop, and pull here, you know?
I think if you just ran them straight like OEM.
Yeah,
Probably look good.
It would be pretty fly if it was an OEM. Because, I mean, apparently, all we need to do is build OEM harnesses.
For real.
You know? But we're learning, we're getting there, you know? So, what else you doing, Daniel?
Yeah, I was putting them.
Nothing, because you're
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of in the way a little bit.
Oh,
But,
did I get in your way?
yeah, I mean, just a
my bad.
little bit.
My bad.
But let me hit this one more bolt, and you can have it completed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, our EGTs are done.
Oh,
Those are, we got those completed. Those are good and done, and look nice.
Really nice
They do.
EGT bulkheads.
Yeah. Inside wiring's done for the EGTs. That looks good too.
No, I don't know if we saw that. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, those look good. Those are all bolted in. Looks good. All the can wires ran for it. We did that earlier, so
Okay.
yeah, it's coming along.
Awesome. Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
What you doing?
Crimpin, and it ain't easy.
Crimpin ain't easy.
No. We are building, well, I am currently building the driver's side coil bulkhead harness. And then Daniel's mounting the coil racks back on there. And Justin is working on the power harnesses for the injector drivers and the ECU.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is what we're doing. So we're crimping some terminals, and then about to populate them into this this here connector.
Okay, people have asked about this, so let's show them that.
Oh, well, you gotta. Can I see my sheet?
Yes, you can.
I couldn't see my sheet there.
Sorry.
So,
Okay, well,
so yeah, basically I already done the other side. Disregard the red here. This is an old pin out sheet, but basically you shove them in, and nice positive click. There's the pin. It's in the pole, and then we just go. I always start from the inside, and you work your way out. So H, because if like this is a multiple, if there's a lot of pins in this connector. Like this connector is not bad, but hang on. This connector is, so like this is a 61, this is an 8, but this is a 61. So you start in the middle and you spiral your way or whatever direction, you know what I mean? So, and then you just follow your sheet that you make. And so we're just making colors match, and then I know what coil goes to what wire. And yeah, we're gonna twist it all up. And we have to tie in the cylinder head grounds to it, so which is here. I'm going to do something a little slick on that. We'll make that a quick disconnect so that if they have to pull the engine out of it, it's nice and easy to get to. So yeah, again, there's G. This is the, so if you look, like this is the, it says G over here and it says G up here, but if you were to look at it like that, it matches. So you have to be mindful of it. One side's going to be right, one side of it's going to be backwards, because there's only one pictogram of that. So,
Okay.
so yeah, this is what we're doing here. And coil harnesses are the only harness that's left to actually do besides the main engine harness. So we're gonna wrap up this, and then there's a couple other little odds and ends that we gotta wrap up. But the goal is to get all the odds and ends wrapped up today, get the coil harnesses done, and get to work starting on the engine harness. So, which I believe you want to thoroughly document, don't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So is that what's hot in the streets? Is that everybody's asking for?
Well, people are asking more about the mil-spec style connectors and
Okay.
how we go about pinning them, especially because they're so, tiny, hard to read, so on and so forth.
Yeah, this isn't a super good example of this, just because this is easy to read and like they're.
Yeah.
But we'll document this one really thoroughly. So, but if you want, we can time lapse this. This will only take about an hour a side.
Okay.
So, all right.
Thanks. So you're working on the main power for
The injector drivers.
injector drivers.
Yeah, and the ECU main power harness will be separate because we're going to take it a different way so we can put the fuse in like a better location, really, in case he ever has a problem with that. But I doubt he will have an issue with the fuse, but still you want to be able to get to them. And these are going to the bulkhead instead of straight to the battery, so that's why they're a lot shorter. But yeah, I think we got a lot of the inside like straightened up yesterday and stuff. Like it looks real good.
Most of it. It looks really good.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, did you show them the taillights yet? Look at our little taillights. Mullet's got taillights, baby.
Yeah, we did like a quick pan over, but
I mean, look, hey, well, pull this off right there. That's some titanium bolts. I mean, that's just not regular degler.
tie bolts.
Only the best for the Mullet.
We had a customer one time that provided every single bolt in the car was titanium, wasn't it, Devin?
Luxury.
Balling,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, we'll have something better in a minute. Hang on.
You good? Thank you.
Cut.
We got a lot of goodies today.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff.
So,
For Mullet.
yep. Motion order just showed up, and so we needed a rife block for the engine. So this will be doing oil pressure, pan vac, fuel pressure, and pump gas fuel pressure. That'll all be in here. And then he's already got a two-way rife block, which will have air temp and coolant temp, as well as the map sensor. And I don't remember. I have it written down. I don't know. Anyway, that's all here. We're going to mount this on the back of the motor plate, so we'll videotape that when that shows up. Then this one came in for the transmission. So we have lockup pressure, trans mainline pressure, converter charge pressure, transmission temperature. So this mount's not going to work. Cameron Johnson made us a mount, and he's shipping it to us. It'll be here, I think, tomorrow. So this mount won't work just because he's got a bunch of extra stuff on the side of the transmission, so it gets in the way. But either way, we like to use these a lot, certainly on the transmission stuff too. These work out really well. So then we've got, we have to do a steering wheel. So we're going to do a monocord. This is so he can remove the buttons from the steering wheel completely, the cord from the steering wheel completely when he's driving down the road, so it doesn't get tangled up and whatnot. And then we got him some new buttons. We're missing a button. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. We've got a handful of other Rife sensors that we needed for the car. So we've got brake pressure, CO2 pressure, dome pressure. It's here. And then Mac valves, coolant temp, and what is this? Oh, bulkhead fittings for CO2. He already had shock travel sensors, from Rife, but we needed some bracketry, so we got 2 brackets. There's already brackets on the top of the shocks. We just need them for the back. Then we've got a turn signal setup right here. So this is going to go onto the column. Gonna mount that. And we've got, gear indicator. So shift indicator. This is going to go down on the transmission. So we could put like park, reverse, neutral, 1, 2, 3 on the dash so that when he's driving on the road, he knows what gear he's in. So you'd be surprised how difficult it is to know when you're driving on the road what gear you're actually in. When it's dark out, it's tougher than you'd think when you get a loud car and a whole bunch of stuff going on around you. So boost control solenoids. We've got front wheel speed from Rife. So this is going to go on the TBM brakes. So this has got to go on there, and we've wired it for it. So depends on time. Either we're going to put this on or Cameron may put this on. I got to talk to Cameron, see if he's got to pull the front end back apart. If he does, I'll just let him do this. So, because I don't like messing with grease. I really like these. These are really cool. These are bulkheads for hoses. So these are for 6AN hoses. But these are sweet because one, they come with some really nice hardware, jet nuts, button head cap screws. But these are sweet because you can bolt them to the panel, and then you don't have to rely upon a little jam nut, like an AN bulkhead nut, to hold it tight from rotating. So very annoying when you go to tighten one of these up. Like if it's hard to get to, you put the wrench on it here on the fitting, and then it starts spinning on you. This stops that from happening. These are sweet. I like these. We use a lot of these. So we got them for 6 and we got them for 10 AN. Whoops. These are going to be for the pump gas fuel system. This is for the transmission. So we have to bulkhead through the back of the drive shaft enclosure. So then we got brake fluid. I got some brake line stuff that we're going to wind up making so we can bleed the brakes. And I think that's about it. Oh, and then I ordered this from Parker Mitchell. I love this sticker, and I wanted to buy it. So that just showed up today too. So we're good. We're making good progress. So coil bulkheads are done, and our to-do list is getting shorter. So we'll go get back to it.
Thank you for joining us for Thursday's show and tell.
Thanks.
Hey,
Hey.
I see you got some things done over here.
Yep.
So the coil harness is done?
Yep. So coil sub harnesses are done. We've got the coil bulkheads here. Look at that. Hell yeah, brother. Look at that. Pretty sweet, right? We always like to put these little touches on for everybody. So coil harnesses are here if they need to remove the coils. I can just, quick disconnect, remove it. And then this right here is called a Deutsch DTHD connector. And this is a single pin for the cylinder head ground. Let me go over there so I can just reach over and show you. So the cylinder head grounds are like the one thing that everybody always forgets to remove when they pull the engine out. So what it is just a quick disconnect so that you don't have to try to wedge your hand up in here to get this. When the intake's on, it's really tight back here. So we put a DTHD on the backside of each one of them. And there's another DTHD down there for the starter. We use those for quick disconnect, for quick removal. After years and years of building these cars and working on them, you just kind of learn the things that, are kind of a necessity to do. So, but yeah, those are all done. We got everything inside the car wrapped up. All the auxiliary stuff is wrapped up.
Saw the main power was ran to
Yeah, all that's
injector
done.
drivers and ECU and stuff.
Yep, yeah, Justin wrapped
Oh,
that
and
stuff
this
up.
is new. This wasn't here before.
Yep, that showed up today, and yes, it's upside down, but that's okay. Pretty limited space. Normally we try to put them on the front of the motor plate or something, but with the pipes here and here, that's really the only spot, and a little close to pipes. So this is actually going to work out pretty good. So this is going to be for our handful of things. I already talked about this. So, and then we have a two-way block that's back here that's going to sit on the back of the intake manifold. So I'm fixing to start pulling measurements for the intake or for the engine harness. So that's all that we have left electrically, and then we have to plumb it. We got a turn signal switch in, steering column stuff is all wrapped up. So turn signal switch is in. We have to run the USB cables over to our bulkhead here. So we're going to put ECU, RaceSpec Smart Wire, Profiler 1, Profiler 2, so they can just plug in. What's nice about that, like, you go racing a lot, and usually, like, if you're racing, you go over to that side of the car and you're hooking up a battery charger, you hook up a remote trans cooler or like a pit cooler, and that area over there is usually pretty busy. So recently we started moving all the USB hookups to the driver's side. Plus, like, if I'm sitting in this car tuning it or something, it's a heck of a lot easier to just plug into this. So I had Ryan McCain with McCain Racing 3D print these for us. This is our 12-position switch. That came out pretty cool. It's pretty neat. And turn signal switch. Then we mounted our connector for the steering wheel so we can make it completely removable from both ends. So yeah, it's coming out really good. It looks really good. Car's coming out really good. I like it. I like it a lot. We came up with a plan. We already talked about that, right?
Talking about the radiator.
Yeah. So that connector will be here tomorrow. So that'll get done there. We got another rife block over here. So this rife block is for air temp and coolant temp over here, right on the sides. And then we have the 7-bar map sensor. So can anybody in the comments tell us how much boost that'll read? How much boost does 7-bar map sensor read? And then 150 PSI, this is going to go down to the oil pressure sending unit, or the oil pressure port, which is on a big block Chevrolet, is in the rear driver's side of the motor. So I called Cameron and I said, hey man, you think you can whip up a little bracket? So he's going to make a bracket that will work with these countersunk holes in the top of this intake manifold, and then hold this kind of like so. And then we can plumb to it, wire to it, the whole 9 yards. So these rife blocks are awesome because they isolate your vibration. They sit on O-rings in here, like a couple different O-rings. It's kind of neat. Plus you get some pulse dampening from running a hose from your source for pressure to the actual sending unit. So I like these a lot. We use them a lot. But the issue with remote mounting anything is that if you want to pull the engine, you have to unhook this stuff. So I like to mount these to the engine. That's why that 4-way is on the motor plate. And then this 2-way is going to be hanging off the back of the intake manifold. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good. So we've got throttle position sensor here. Basically the way we like to do this is set this up for, there's Cleetus right on there. The way we like to do this is if they have to pull the intake manifold, the majority of this stuff is on the intake manifold, right? So like if they got to pull the intake manifold, they can just unplug from that rife block that's mounted on the motor plate and unplug the cam and crank and then pull the intake manifold. Because you've got 24 injectors here, throttle position, coolant temp, air temp, map, all that stuff's going to be on this intake manifold. So this is like the hard part to get on and off. You've been out here with me pulling, on my own stuff. So, and I have the same style intake manifold for my big block, and that's kind of the best way, in my opinion, to go about it. So that's what we're doing.
So you're about to start on the main engine harness and taking measurements. So
Yep.
Is there a specific part of it? Like, do you start with the injectors? Do you cut all the wire at one time? Like, do you go through and check your lengths and just get all that wire together?
Yeah,
to
so
start,
so
or-
what I'm about to do is use my little cloth tape measure, Taylor tape, and I've already got my pin out for like what's going through the 61 pin connector. Hang on. So this is our pin out for this connector, and what I'm going to do is, like, I leave a column that says length right here. So that column right there says length. So what I do is I'll measure all of this stuff, right? So like the cam's going to be X long, crank's got to be X long. All these sensors have to be however long, right? And they're going to be located, obviously like to certain rife blocks or whatever it is. So we have some spares, whatever. I'm going to measure all of it. I've already got my wire color over here, right? So every color of wire that we used on the inside will match to the outside, right? And I call these like pinout sheets, cut sheets, whatever you want to call them, and I'll cut all this wire. That'll be step one, cut all this wire, like all of it at the same time. I have to do a splice for 5-volt and sensor ground, which I know a lot of people were asking about how to do that. So I'll show you guys how we do it. And then I have to splice, the only splice I have to do for power is on these 4 right here for the pump gas injectors. So I like to run independent straight shots 18 gauge for the 16 methanol injectors because they're big, they're amperage hogs. So those 16 are going to be home runs, where these 4 will have to get split for the 8 injectors underneath the intake manifold, which we're going to show you how to do.
So when you take these measurements, do you measure from that bulkhead that's in
Yep.
the center of the firewall?
Yeah, so like here, if you want like
Give us a quick example.
yeah, so yeah, sure. Obviously the intake manifold's not on, but we know that in order to get to that rife block, man, this thing's making me look dumb.
Yep.
Come on. Bingo. All right. So obviously, like, I have to set let me just grab the intake, I'll set it on there.
Okay.
By the way, these are heavy. And bingo. All right. So we've got injectors that are underneath that intake manifold. So it's a little tight under the intake manifold, but the majority of the wiring harness is going to come under that intake manifold, right? So the first thing I do is look like, I've got a lot of experience doing this, so like I understand how big of a turn we're going to have with a 90-degree boot, right? So it's going to be tight right here. We have fuel rails that are down here, right? So what I'm going to do is this harness is going to come off into a hard 90, and I'm going to go probably like 4-ish inches before its first break. The first break is going to come and do a U-turn and come back to here where that rife block is. And the rest of it will go underneath of the intake manifold. So our cam and crank, our cam's back here, so the cam's going to have to come and do a U-turn and plug into the cam right there. But our crank is up front, rife block up front, and then our upper injectors are going to come through the center of this runner, or the center of these 2 runners. So what I do is I write down like breakouts. So this, again, like I have no fear of throwing away wire. Like it doesn't matter to me, you know what I mean? So what I do is I just do this. I go, okay, that rife block right there is measuring right at 28 inches, 29 inches. I'm gonna cut that thing like 36, 38 inches. Like that's just, I'll throw away 10 inches of wire before I'm worried about it being too short. So I always add, for a bulkhead, I add 5 inches. It's just easy because all this stuff gets mocked up multiple times during the process, which y'all are going to see. So yeah, that's how we do it. We measure it out, and then I'll pin everything. I'll do my splices. I'll do my service loops. I'll do my strain relief, and I'll do my first like trunk of this harness, which is only going to be like 4 inches. And I'll get that all sealed up, because that boot is going to do a lot of dictating where that wire comes out and does a turn. Like that boot's going to be because there's not much, you can't force the boot to be like 120 degrees, even though we want it to be 120, I can't force it. So you know, you're kind of stuck with what you got. So yeah, cut it all first, mock it up, and then, you know, go from there.
Okay. So people are going to ask because they're going to say that, you know, we're explaining this stuff, but we're not showing it. This will probably be in the next video.
Yeah.
Because it is a longer process and we're going to try to document as much of it as possible.
Yeah, like this, like I'm fixing to look at like probably a solid like 6 to 8 hours to do this. So this is a solid 6 to 8 hours to go from here to the rest of the engine. Especially with 24 injectors, it's substantially less time when you have less injectors, you know, and less stuff going on. But I mean, this is a 6 to 8 hour job, you know, for me here. It's, if you want to do this stuff at home, I would book out at least a solid weekend, the whole thing, like, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. So don't rush this type of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut everything, and I'll do my first trunk, and we'll videotape that, and that'll be in the next video, because I guess we might as well just do the whole thing front to back, right? Like start to finish.
Probably.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't mind being out here and doing with me.
We're probably going to set up a tripod to capture some of it because I can't be out here all day.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm going to cut this stuff tonight. I'll probably cut all this, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I won't. Actually, no, I won't cut it tonight.
No, we're going to try to go to bed before midnight tonight.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Rather tired. So, yeah, let us know in the comments from this video if you see anything wrong. You know, what did we screw up?
Or don't.
No, I want to hear it. I like reading them. It's fun for me. Like laying in bed, I like reading them. Like when people tell me how I screw everything up, so it's fun. So, yeah, let me get to it.
All right, thanks, hon.